The first big free agent lands out in LA. Where does that leave the Mets? We got some reaction for you coming up next on MetCast. Welcome back to MetCast, friends. As always, I am Ray, and if you like our content, please like and subscribe as we will be bringing you all the latest up-to-date Mets information and comments and concerns. Let us know down in the comments what you think about what we're going over today. And of course, it's none other than Blake Snell going to the Los Angeles Dodgers. 5 years, $182 million. Am I surprised? No, but there's some concerns that come out of that for me. When I look at this, he's going to be their third or fourth starter. They have an unbelievable rotation, unbelievable starting lineup. But at the end of the day, it's baseball and anybody can win. We haven't had a World Series repeat since 2000. So take that into consideration. You got to get through the war. The National League between the Phillies, the Dodgers, the Padres, the Mets, the Braves, even Milwaukee. We are just beyond stacked in the National League. It's almost flip-flopped over the last few years. It used to be the American League with the Yankees and the Red Sox and obviously the Astros, but it seems like that's gone to the wayside. It is so important that the Mets land Juan Soto. It's clear as day. Teams with stars are going to be winning championships. Arizona was a nice story a couple years ago, but at the end of the day, we look to last year. The Yankees had stars. Their 3 stars in the lineup, the stars in the starting rotation. Same with the Dodgers. That's going to be the way to go. So I got something for you right here. I just wanted to go over really quick. I bookmarked a couple tweets for us here. Bob Nightingale, and it was just confirmed by, I believe it was MLB Network or Fox Sports. Per the agreement with Blake Snell, the Dodgers are going to be deferring $62 million of that money. And also he gets a $5 million kicker if he's traded down the line. The Mets should be taking on this model until it's outlawed during the next, because during the next CBA, the owners are going to stop all this deferring. So the Mets should be involved in this. If Soto if Soto's okay deferring a little bit of money, I mean, he gets also a massive signing bonus. I believe his signing bonus is around $50 million. They did that for a specific reason. I believe Blake Snell lives and resides in Washington, which has no state tax. So if they give him that bonus right now before he plays for LA, it's not taxed by the state. Remember, California is the highest tax state in the country. So that allows him to pick up $50 million, not taxed by the state. He only has to pay federal income tax on that. So we got some other bookmark tweets. John Morosi, not too long ago, the Baltimore Orioles are among the teams that are interested in free agent Nathan Eovaldi and the Braves. I wonder if the Mets will get involved there. I could pull up his stats really quick if you guys want. He didn't have the greatest of years, but that's the issue. There's only a couple high-end pitchers left on the market. You got Fried, Burns, maybe the trade market. That's the concern. Because for me, when I look at the teams that are going to be in it, you have to have stud pitching. And this past year, maybe not so much, but typically that's how you win championships, through pitching. It was nice, the story last year. The Manayas, the Severinos, the Quintanas, the Petersons. Those are a lot of middle road pitchers. And to expect Sean Manaea to come out and be what he was last year, I don't think is fair. And he's going to get paid crazy amount of money. Now I could see him easily getting in the $80+ million range, especially as other pitchers come off the board and people miss out on certain free agents. But to win championships, you're going to have that really high-end starting pitching. They got Glasnow coming back. Ohtani's going to be their pitcher. Blake Snell. I mean, it's insane, the starting pitching staff that they have. You're going to have to match that, especially with the lineup that they have. So hopefully the Mets could wrap up Soto and then pivot to this pitching market. Another thing that I take away from all this situation, Walker Buehler. A lot of Met fans are screaming for him. I do not want him. I do not want him whatsoever. I mean, I'll pull up his stats for you guys. I mean, it's He did not have a good season last year. He had 3 good starts for the Dodgers in the postseason, and they weren't even great starts. They were good starts. I'll pull up his stats right here for you. Let me just swap this out for you guys right here. Pull up his stats. Here we go. Walker Buehler last year, he had I know his ERA was well into the 4s, if not higher. Yeah. So he had a 5.38 ERA. Then in 2022, a 4.02, because he was out all of 2023. He hasn't had an ERA in the 2s or 3s since 2021. We're going into 2025. That's 4 years. That's a big issue. And he's going to get a crazy amount of money. No longer throwing 99, 98, 100 miles an hour. He's sitting around 93. When I see drop-offs like that from players, that scares the living hell out of me. I don't want Walker Buehler. He had 3 good starts. They were okay. 15 innings pitched, and that's what we're going to base a massive contract off of. Potentially 80 plus, 100 plus $1 million, the way that this is going. Nobody saw Blake Snell getting $37 million a year, especially if certain guys are willing to, defer money. And now rumor has it Max Fried might want the West Coast where he's from. The Mets are in a predicament. I know we have all the hype with Juan Soto. I'm just as excited. Hopefully we get him, but pitching. You got to counter with a guy like Garrett Crochet. You can't sell me next year Sean Manaea and Kodai Senga are our 1-2 heading into the season. We just don't match up. I understand what we did last year in the postseason was magical, but let's not forget just a couple years prior, we won 101 games and completely fell off. I'm not saying we're going to completely fall off, but we're not. I'm not saying last year is the team that we are. We went on a magical run towards the end of the season. No one could take that away from us. I want to get to one other video that I have bookmarked for us here. It's funny. It actually comes courtesy of Mark, is a Yankee fan. And I was just scrolling. We've had Mark on our other side, our JetCast pod, plenty of times over the last year. He loves hanging out with us over there. Let's get to this video really quickly.
Who's coming close? He's worth $22 billion. Who's coming close?
He's not going to give him $22 billion.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's the richest singular owner in all of Major League Baseball.
You're not going to give him more money than Shohei Ohtani.
Well, I'm not saying you have to, but you think the Yankees are going to go out there and come close to Cohen?
No.
There are reports out there Cohen will go $50 million over any other offer that's out there.
Yeah, because
it's
if
been
you
the
do
apple of the eye. The
doing
Yankees don't. I mean, the Mets have
nothing.
wanted him for 8 to 9 months.
It's going to be a 15-year deal.
But it's still $50 million. Still $50 million.
But that's $3 million a year. That's nothing. It's nothing.
It doesn't matter.
That's throwaway.
He is not turning down $50 million. He is not to re-sign with the Yankees. I don't think that's happening. So I think that the richest offer is going to be the Mets. I've said it for quite some time. He's going to end up being a Met. On opening day, we'll be on the airwaves right here on Pix 11. You'll be wearing a Soto jersey. You'll be decked out. You'll be looking. You'll be celebrating. They'll sign everybody else as well. You have an all-star team out in Queens, and it'll be
from Mark's lips to God's ears. And if that happens, I will 100% make sure to get Mark on the program, give his reactions. We were also talking to Nelson about getting him on. I know a lot of people love Figueroa, including myself. Great Met, great story. As Mets news comes trickling in, we will be sure to bring it to you. Again, if you like our content, please like and subscribe. It's a different type of podcast. I call it the alternate side of Mets media, more relaxed. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, things you want addressed, please let me know down in the comments. And until next time, so long.